meeting, we're at a listing appointment, that's my goal, you're trying to list the house. So, I mean, what you've said sounds great, Jarrod. I guess my last question to you is, though, what kind of makes you different from the other agents? We've heard from a lot of people.
Okay, awesome. I totally appreciate that. Tell me a little more about that.
Well, yeah, I mean, a lot of, there's some differentiation as well, but we've heard a lot of, the same thing about great marketing. I guess we're just wondering what makes you guys different from some of the other big teams that we've talked to.
Okay, and there's a lot of differences, 100%. What is it that you're looking for in the perfect agent to list your home?
Really, we want somebody who's going to sell for top dollar and do it professionally so we don't have to worry about anything.
Totally get it. And you saw the listing presentation that we just went through.
Yeah.
Then you agree that, do you feel that you're confident that I can sell your home as far as like in a professional manner?
Absolutely,
okay.
Yes.
And so the only other thing here, and is there any other thing other than being professional and for top dollar that you're looking for?
That's really the main thing. Those are the most important things to us.
So showed you through our slides, how we come from a professional approach, how we're able to market your home, hitting all aspects of where buyers are coming from and making sure we come in a professional manner. I think you saw on the slide, how many reviews that we have that are at 4.5 stars. Mm-hmm. I think speaks to a lot of how we are professionally. And as far as top dollar, we have this slide right here, and it shows you compared to other agents, we're able to sell your home on an average of 3% more than what the average agent is. So I think that addresses probably your other concern. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. And so now that seeing our marketing and seeing that we're able to sell your home for top dollar, do you agree that we're probably the right person for the job?
Yeah, you're definitely up there. I mean, your marketing looks great. I guess we've heard, we were interviewing one other big team and they also sell for, similar to you guys, above the average. So we were just trying to figure out between you and the other large team, what's the main difference? As far as you as an agent, what do you feel like you offer?
Well, one, we sell more homes than anyone in San Diego. And what that means to you is that we've come across any and every possibility that can occur in the transaction, that you have the comfort of knowing that we can make sure to handle anything that arises.
Got it. Nice. All right, so setting the stage, we're at a listing appointment. I've interviewed some other agents and you're trying to get my home sold.
Okay.
So Cody, what you've said sounds great. We really like talking to you. I guess my last question is, we've talked to some other big teams as well. My main question is, what sets you guys apart really as far as getting my home sold?
Gotcha, totally understand that. So as I've explained to you about all of our marketing materials, have any of the other agents that you've spoken to, have they been comparable to that?
Well, we're really only talking to big teams. We figured that was the best, so it's kind of you and one other large team, and both of what you've said sounds good. I guess my main question is, how are you guys different?
Gotcha. So what makes us different than most teams is the fact that we've been, just to toot our own horn here, we've been #1 team in San Diego for 7 consecutive years. And with that being said, we hold this accolade that truly makes other teams and other agents really want to work with us. So when we have things going on the market, not only are we, a lot of people can put your home on the market just in the sense of like putting it online and kind of just sitting there and waiting for people. When we have listings coming up, not only am I just putting it on the MLS and like having it in Zillow for you, I'm actually reaching out to the other teams that are out here that have worked with us in the past to bring really qualified buyers to your property. Because at the end of the day, like anybody can come in with some random offer, but if I'm working for you, I'm making sure that at the end of the day that we're really going to get this done one single time rather than dealing with potential buyers that are possibly going to fall out and haven't been credited by me and our other lenders. What other concerns would you have in regards to working with me as opposed to the other realtor?
I mean, we're just looking for somebody who's really professional and takes kind of care of everything for us, and somebody who can sell for top dollar.
Gotcha. And what's the most important attribute for a realtor in regards to what you guys are really looking for? I know you're kind of looking for trustworthiness and communication. You've explained that before, but what else would be something that's really important to you?
Just like I said, we just want somebody who's professional, who will handle everything for us and make us the most amount of money. Understood.
Well, per this slide here, on...
You're good.
All right, so we're gonna go with Jarrod. I think Cody had that. I was on Cody's camp 2/3 of the way through, and the last third you fell off. And you asked the question like, well, what else? Which is basically where you're just like giving up at that point. If you would have closed there, I would have given that to you because I think you were actually stronger through the first 2/3 and you lost it in the last third, where Jarrod closed in the last third, and that was the biggest difference there. Anytime you get to like, what other questions do you have? It's just completely like, that's like when the dog just lays on its back. It's like, all right, whatever. You didn't stay in control, and Jarrod stayed in control the entire way through all 3/3 of the conversation and closed it at the end. And that's why I'm giving it to Jarrod. Yes, I mean, you literally said all the right stuff. I think you were stronger, and you would have said, are you confident that this is the right marketing plan to get your home sold for the most amount of money? Yeah, great, let's get this going. Like, you were there, you just didn't close. Instead of closing, you went to just like, what else? And I think that's where you missed the mark.